welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Janelle and I like making teaching and lifestyle vlogs. And in this video, I'm going to be answering some Q&A. If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely go follow me there. I don't really do this, so this is like my first Q&A, PE college related Q&A. I usually don't do this because I'm always like, okay, no one's gonna ask questions. I bet no one or one person can ask questions, but y'all definitely pulled through and I was definitely shocked that I had some questions, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the Q&A. I will have timestamps, so if you have a specific question and you want that answer, you can just click on the timestamp. The first question I got was, what led you to become a physical education teacher and how did you do it? For me, I've always enjoyed working with kids and I knew I wanted to work with kids and stay active. I didn't know I wanted to become a PE teacher until I graduated with undergrad. So since I didn't go through a teaching preparation program, I had to get my master's in teaching and go through a teaching prep program in order to get my physical education endorsement. So that's how I did it, and that's what led me to phys ed. Most rewarding thing and most difficult thing about the job. The most rewarding thing about PE so far is just making a positive impact with some of the students. Like when students come into PE, they're like, they always tell me like they love coming to PE, and that always makes my day. Or when they give me some drawings or anything, I don't know, just like those little things definitely makes my day. The most difficult part is definitely handling students with behavior. That is really difficult for me. Obviously, I'm a first year teacher and I'm learning a lot. I'm still learning and thinking of ways on how I can handle student behavior. So that is the most difficult part, honestly. What was your undergrad degree in? Do you recommend grad school before teaching? So I got my undergrad in kinesiology and exercise science, and I only went to grad school because, again, I did not complete a teaching preparation program. Do you recommend grad school before teaching? It's really up to you. If you can handle grad school and teaching at the same time, then you can do that. But if you know you can't have a lot of things on your plate, then maybe focus on one thing at a time. But again, it's really up to you, and think about how much you can handle. Yeah, I can't really say I recommend it, but like it's really up to you, and think about what's best for you. How is your schedule with both schools? Is that normal for PE in Oregon? So my schedule, I go to two schools. Monday, Tuesdays, I go to school one. Wednesday, Thursday, I go to school 2, and then on Fridays, I rotate with between the two schools. I would say it's normal in the US to teach PE in more than one school. Depends how big your PE program is. I think the goal for my school district is hopefully try to get one PE teacher in one school, one elementary PE teacher in one school, instead of doing 2 schools or 3 schools, or going to more than one school. I think it's not that bad for me because, again, I'm in one school in one specific day. I'm not like driving midday to go to the other school. I would not like that at all, but some people do it. Some PE teachers do it. But I would say it's pretty normal in the US for PE teachers to go to more than one school. Favorite unit to teach in PE? I'm only in the beginning of the school year, like the first month, and we're still practicing our routines and procedures and just doing some cooperative activities. So I'm not sure what my favorite unit is yet. We will start our first unit in a few weeks, so we'll see. I will for sure know what my favorite unit is by the end of the school year. Was job hunting competitive for you, or did you find one pretty fast? So everyone will have a different experience when it comes to this. So for me, I would say it was easy for me because honestly, people can get jobs if you know people, getting those connections, right? So my previous mentor, PE teacher, she is the main PE person in our school district, and she contacted me to apply. And obviously I put her as one of my references. And in my school district, this school year, they increased their PE program. So they were hiring a lot of PE teachers. And honestly, I think the timing was perfect. So it can be competitive, might be easy. It really depends where you live, if there's available positions. Again, my experience will be different from others, but for me, it was pretty easy. Do you like being a teacher, especially teaching PE? So far, I love being a PE teacher. It's tiring, but I enjoy helping my students stay active. I also love wearing like sweats, joggers, leggings, just comfortable athleisure clothes. And that is basically 90% of my wardrobe, so I love that. Do you teach mindfulness and or yoga? I don't, but when I taught PE virtually last school year, I did have a mind and body class. I mostly focused on stretching and some yoga, but no, I don't teach yoga. I do have a new set of yoga mats in one of my schools, and I do want to use it one day. I just need to figure out when or how. PE outfit ideas. So I have a try on haul or PE outfit playlist in my YouTube. You can definitely check it out. I will be doing some PE teacher outfits of the week sometimes, so definitely look out for those if you need some ideas. How long did it take you to get comfortable instructing a large class? So after the first class of my first day of teaching, I already felt comfortable, but again, everyone's experience will be different. I mean, I was nervous. I'm always nervous in the beginning of class, but the nerves like goes away when I see the students. Honestly, you just have to have good classroom management. You have to have procedures and routines for like every little thing. And if you got that down and you can you have good classroom management, then you will definitely feel comfortable with a large class. For me, it only took a day. It might take longer for others, but again, everyone's experience will be different. How is the work-life balance of being a school teacher? Honestly, it's really difficult for me to have a work-life balance. My contract starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. But even when I get home, I still lesson plan for like an hour or so. However, on Fridays after work, I am not doing any lesson planning. I might not even do it like mostly on a Saturday, but I will for sure on Sunday. For me, I like to schedule everything. I use Google Calendar. You should definitely use Google Calendar if you want to organize your life. So if I'm gonna hang out with a friend, I put it in my Google Calendar. Like I will literally put hang out with blank on this day and time. That way or I don't know, like do YouTube stuff. Like I do some YouTube stuff as well, obviously. So I set some time for that. Or if you want to have that work-life balance, you should definitely schedule your time for that. How much prep would you say you do on a daily basis? I would say like an hour or two to prep and plan, not every day, maybe like 4 times a week. I like to plan ahead, so I usually plan my lessons like a month ahead. But yeah, I would say like an hour or two to prep and plan, not every day, like 4 times a week. How was your first year teaching like? So I started my PE teaching career in a virtual environment mid-year. So I don't know if I should count that as like my first year teaching because it was all virtual. I guess I could count that, but I don't know because it was all online. This is my first time being in person and teaching PE in person, and so far it's going well. I haven't had a mental breakdown yet, so that's good. So far, so good. Advice to those that want to teach. If you want to do any job, like career that you're thinking of doing, I always recommend to volunteer or observe that specific career if you can. For me, before I even went back to school to become a PE teacher, I volunteered and observed an elementary PE teacher and a middle school PE teacher because I wanted to see if I can see myself doing that specific job long term. If you know that you can, like you can picture yourself doing that long term, then maybe that's for you. Like I know when I observed these PE teachers, I was like, this is something I want to do. I can't wait to do this. That way you can see if you really want to do that job, because you don't want to go back to school and waste your money, or go to school, waste your money if you don't even see yourself doing that. I definitely recommend volunteering, observing a specific career. Email that specific person who's already in that field and ask questions and observe them. Okay. How do you keep yourself motivated in college? I'm struggling over here. Oh my god, I definitely understand that feeling. Like it seems like school was never ending, right? But try to think of the result. I told myself finish what you started. So during college and grad school, I always told myself, finish what you started. Remind yourself how far you've come and that this time in your life, it is only temporary. You will get there. For me, I'm an intrinsic motivator, so I'm always thinking about my goals. Like those goals, what I'm thinking about right now, like that is my motivation, and that keeps me going every day. If you're an extrinsic motivator, like having some incentives, I can get a smoothie from Jamba Juice if I turn this paper in. So after you turn the paper in, then you can go treat yourself, right? A reward. So if you're that type of motivator, like, and having that incentive that can help you stay motivated in school, definitely think about the end result. Picture yourself getting that degree or whatever goal that you have in your mind. Picture that result and imagine like how excited you will be when you get there. So keep on moving forward, keep on going. As long as you put in that effort and you keep going, you will get there. All right, so that is all, but hopefully some of these answers helped you in some way. If you have other questions, you can definitely leave a comment down below and I will reply. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you next time.